Next up we have the TIE Interceptor from the Ultimate Collector series, one of my favorite ships. Okay, we have back one, and inside the box was this plaque that's printed on, so it's really nice, really awesome. We did also have some stickers with it, and then this awesome book, pretty thick, a little intimidating, but we're going to get started and see how this goes. It's got a whole bunch of information at the front all about the Interceptor and the designer. So that's cool too. Brick separator. And I have to tell you, I'm a little bit intimidated already because sometimes I struggle on these kind of ships. I haven't done a whole lot of them, so we're going to just kind of take this bit by bit and see how it goes here. Oops, didn't want to go in, did it? The last set I built was the Milky Way, which had a very different feel from what this is going to be. It's all just little bitty pieces built up on those black squares. So it says I need 2 of those. But by the end of it, I wasn't bored, that's the wrong word to say, but I was getting a little bit ready, I suppose, for a new type of building. So this is just what we need, I think. Let's see, I'm putting a long one here. I'm wondering if we're going to go ahead and build up the cockpit right off the bat. Let's see, it has it this way. These are really long. So like, I believe 6. Kind of guessing there. Yep, it's 6, and then we need some of these little ones here. I really like this ship. There's been a lot of the Ultimate Collector series that's come out that I have not gotten into, and kind of bummed that I've missed out on some of them. But when I saw this one, I was like, okay, that's one I need. I've always liked this ship. I don't know why. Well, I've always liked the TIE fighters in general, and so then this was always my favorite one out of the bunch. We need this, and they're putting a whole bunch of these little, I like to call them money plates. I'm not sure that that's the right term for them, but they kind of look like the little gold bars they have sometimes. Thinking that's a seat. So yeah, I was really excited about this one. We actually ordered it, and we also caved and got the X-Wing at the same time. It was on, goodness, it had a lot of points that came with it. I think it was even more than double points. Now I can't remember. But Matt had kind of, I think, been wanting that one, so we went ahead and got both of them, and I claimed this one, and he has that one to build, so I'm excited to be able to display them together, because I think that'll be a really nice display point. Let me see. I think it goes like this, and it says 2 here, so we're going to try that again. Oops. I don't think I realized how tedious working with all the little bitty parts was with the Milky Way, but now doing this, I'm like, wow, this is a lot of fun. It wasn't that wasn't, it was just, yeah, a bit more of, I guess, a different kind of build. my daughter's been working on building the Ferrari. And it's taken her a bit. She doesn't usually do those kind of sets, and so she's been kind of cracking me up because she'll start to kind of fuss a little bit. It says we also need to do 2 of these. But yeah, she'll fuss a little bit because it's taken her so long. But she's doing amazing at it. I kind of actively avoid those sets. I think I would go a bit crazy. Not sure what it is that we're making here, to be honest with you. Put that in there, though. And then, okay, this piece, and they're having us put the number 6 sticker on it. All right. We can try doing that. I hope we don't mess it up. All right. Which we did mess it up. Because, oh my goodness, it's supposed to go this way, and I aimed it this way. Okay, I'm going to see if I can fix this. Give me a second. Okay, I got it off. And you really got to make sure that you have this right, because it's going in like this. But you could also put it in this way, and there would be not a point at the top. So you've got to flip it around so you're holding it with the point up, if you can see that. I don't know how I got that sticker off. It came off really smoothly, so you can kind of not even tell where I pulled it up there on the corner. So I just got lucky. I wouldn't risk that. Okay. Now we have it right. Goodness. Okay. And we're going to build another one of those. But now that we know what we're doing, maybe we won't mess it up. It kind of shows you, but they don't make a really big point of making sure you've got that aimed right. So, okay, so let's get our sticker again. All right, point up, but make sure that this is like that. And then put our sticker on. Okay, success. Now, let's make sure we've got this in the right direction, because I think I'm a little bit confused. We're holding it like this, and I think it's staying like that. So we need it to go here. This really doesn't feel right to me. And here, but I don't know why. I guess it has to go that way. Let me check something again. Wow, I'm glad I caught that. Take those off and take these off. They have to go here. They go over. Told you this was going to be a tricky set for me. They go over the ball for the ball and joint socket, okay? And then these go in here because they're kind of his control panels. They face him, so it would make sense that they would go like that. Okay? That one was definitely had a few hiccups there. Okay. And then they're going to work under here, it looks like. Never going to be a dull moment here on this build, I think. It goes underneath there. Okay. Now, we're going to spin it around and put it down, and we're going to do the same kind of idea that we did on the sides there. But it looks like they're a little bit different. Isn't it funny how you feel so much more confident the second time around when you're doing something versus the first time? All right, they've got one of the, oh wait. This is really weird, the pattern. It's going, instead of going 1, 2, 3, it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're here in it. And then we put just a black one down here. Get that in right, put our point up. And then they're going to put another one on our pistol here. We're going to use number 5. But let's be smart and figure out how this is supposed to go. Because he's going to go in like this. So why don't we go ahead and put him on there? And then it looks like those 2 little white lines on top are going to face upward. Or at least that's the way I'm kind of seeing it. He's a little off there. He's okay. We're going to just leave him. All right, and then he goes here. It's funny that there's one down there that's just black. Okay, we're going to try that again. They're going to make us work on this set, aren't they? I'm getting to become quite content that I didn't pick up any of the other ones like the Millennium Falcon. Can you imagine? That would have been interesting to get around building. All right, now this one is going to go like that, just the black. And I'm going to go ahead and put this one on. They want us... I'm trying to see here because they're wanting us to have... It goes like this. They are having the flat part facing up, contrary to the one we just did. I do want a sticker again. And then this white part is facing, those 2 little white lines is facing out. I'm going to be a little dangerous here and try to put that in while it's on. Because I really want to make sure it's right. Okay. And then put that in. So he's got kind of panels facing all different ways in there, doesn't he? Okay. Turn it back around and we're going to put this in here. Just like we did. Kind of secures those down. That's nice. Right away. Okay. Goodness. Bag number 1 was a bit stressful. Let's move on to 2. Okay, it's a little bag, but don't get too confident. It looks like they're going to make us have stickers go on almost right away. Let's see here. Oops. Putting these triangles on, and then, yep, okay. First, we need number 3. And he's going just like this with that small triangle up at the top of this triangle. And number 4, they kind of have them on the sheet the same way they want you to put them on. So it was facing this way on the sheet, and it's going to go right onto this way here. Ooh, my hands are shaking. That's making me nervous. So this one then goes in right here. It's got all kinds of stuff going on, and we're going to do another one. Probably going to put some more stickers on, aren't we? So this is my first Ultimate Collector series. What about you? I'm use 9 and 10 here. Same idea. Keep them aimed the way you're taking them off. But it goes on the left side. So what about you? Is this your first one? Have you done some of the other ones? Have you done all of the other ones? and which ones have you been your favorite so far? I'd love to know. Comment and let me know. Because, there we go. I'm always interested as to what other people are picking up and what they love. And oh, that's really cool in there. It's kind of hard to tell. There's so much built up around the outside of it already. Okay, let's start on this part. Always when I go into the Lego store, I know it's horrible, kind of like people watching, but I watch to see what people are interested in, what they're getting excited about, what sets are catching people's eyes, because kind of always interested, as if people kind of like the ones I do, or especially on a big release day. What is it that people are going for? The last one, we're going to flip this over and put this in it. The last release day was the May the 1st when I was there. And just to make sure I had that up right, which I did. Now we're going to have to kind of wedge it in there. Okay, let me see here. This one right here is wanting to get in the way. I'm going to finagle him just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Oh, now he popped out. Now we're going to have troubles. Okay. We got him in there. He's being a little fussy, but we got him in there. But, yeah, it was May 1st, and we went in, and everybody was going for Star Wars. I mean, it was just, everybody was flocking to that. Except for this one guy who went in and picked up all the Despicable Me sets. He grabbed them all and went to the register, which I thought was really awesome. That's what he was excited about. All right, I think this is the back to our seat, and we're gonna shove it in those 2 white hooks back there. Nice. That made a nice sound. Okay. If he didn't have enough controller panels, he needs more. It's actually really cool. All the detail going inside of this is very, very nice. All right, so now we're going to do 7 and 8. Just like they're on the thing. Oh, that shifted. My whole hand just shifted right when I was putting it down there. Okay. And then 8. We've almost used up all our stickers. Pretty good, because if my hand gets any shakier, we're in trouble. Don't be difficult. It almost knows it's been a hard day. Trying to make it worse. All right. That goes up there, and then we're going to do another one. Same idea. And we're going to put 1 and 2 on this. Just like they said. Okay, fine. We'll do 2 first. I wanted to pop off. Of course, it would be very helpful if I put these on, right? That goes that way. And that goes that way. And then 2 goes down here. I have 3 stickers left. I have this tiny little bitty round one. Why? Why? Why would they do that to us? You couldn't have printed that on? Seriously. Okay. And then that one will go right there. Okay. All right. Let me see. Wait a minute. We got to do something. Put those to the side. Stress about those later. Looks like they're doing it here and here. Oops. Some of these pieces are wanting to hide. All right. Going to do... Not sure what we're doing. Using a lot of cool pieces though, aren't we? This is fun. I don't see this piece in red very much. There's actually a lot of cool pieces coming up on this thing. Okay. Oh, we gotta put that little bitty tiny sticker on. Okay, let me see here. We're gonna put this on top of this and this piece. What is this piece? It's like a tiny, I'm gonna see if I can get it to focus. It's this tiny little bitty piece that I haven't ever seen before. Nope, not that piece. Okay, and then we're gonna put, I mean, really, I am never annoyed, hardly ever annoyed at Lego, but this tiny little, oh goodness, I can't even get it to focus on that. Tiny little bitty X-wing in here. Okay, just, there you go. They should have printed that one on. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Come on, little guy. All right, now this goes here. And it can be put down. I still can't believe they didn't print that one. All right, it looks like you put this little funny looking little gun, which is also something I feel is new to me. There, oh, it's his little hand controllers. Cool. Okay, isn't that a sweet little controller? Okay, now we're gonna put that right in here. Wow, that's a really detailed cockpit. It's hard to see because it's all black, but it's really nice. Okay, bag number 3. I have a feeling that this cockpit is going to be quite expansive, so we're going to be on it for a bit here. Make sure I'm doing this right. But I'm not sure what part this is. It shows a picture of it. It says I'm supposed to build 2 of them, but I have absolutely no idea. My guess would be it's the sides that come off a bit like this, but that seems too big for me, so we're gonna find out. Okay, so we're gonna put these pins in the opposite than what we did the one below, if that makes sense. Kind of makes a pattern there. Oh, sorry, tried to throw a piece there. So this is going to go on that. Fits in nice and snug right there, doesn't it? And then, let me see. Okay. And they said we're doing 2 of these, but I am going to build it all, and then I'm going to go back because I'm just not confident enough to just kind of start popping them out at the same time. Okay, now it says to do this right here. and go underneath of it. Now, the interesting thing is they actually have shown us a picture on it here, and it's almost like you're supposed to put it on it to make sure you've got it in the right spot, which if you can see, it doesn't look that way, so I'm going to move it down one more. And now I've got it lining up down here. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. All right. Oh. Couple more things to do here. We've got, I think they're going in this way and popping through like that. Oh, I was right. Looky there. Okay. So we had the two balls parts here, and here's the sockets. It's gonna snap in just like that. Okay. Wow, it's gonna be bigger than I thought. All right, so we're gonna make another one of those, just the same, to pop onto the next side. Okay, got that other one made, and we're gonna just slide it right in here and snap that in. And we've got both sides looking the same. And I figured this was coming. They're gonna go ahead and have us secure this on even more. So they're gonna push it through. Which this could take a bit of, oh, did a little better than I thought it would. And then another one of these goes here on that side. So you got them on both sides. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And these guys aren't going anywhere. Make it nice and strong. Okay, we're gonna, kind of once you got them started, then they seem to go in pretty well. Okay, there we go. Put that there. All right. Well, that went in a little bit better than I had anticipated, which is nice. I think this is going to go one back, yeah. Because then these go on top of these spots. There. I like the way they're adding in these bright colors. You probably won't see them much at the end, but it's fun to work with them. We need to flip this around and put two of these going this way on that. Okay, then we have it all in. Okay, let me see here. I'm putting these on here, and there's one on each corner. I'll show you better in a minute here. This little dark gray spot, and it goes right. Oh, well, it would help if I put it on the right one. So sorry. Flip that around, and now it goes on. Okay. Let's see here. And then it goes over here. It's got a lot going on, doesn't it? Make sure I'm not missing anything. But I think we've got it. All right. Cruise through that bag. Let's do bag number 4. Okay, look at these fun colors. I got pink. Now, I never imagined there being pink in the Interceptor here, but let's have some fun and be creative with ours, I guess. Okay, this is gonna go up here on the top part. They are putting in some extensive detailing here. All right, let me see. And then that goes on top of that we just put in. We just keep building and building and building. I want to make sure, yeah, okay. It is going all the way up and touching and covering up that orange part there. I'm wondering how many bags it's going to take to build just the cockpit. I have a feeling it's going to take quite a few with the way that we're going. Oh goodness, I looked at them. There's 20, 22, maybe 23. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't want to give you the wrong number. Let me check real quick. Okay, I was right on. There's 22 bags. I think this is going to go in. Yeah, like that. So it slid in so that this is all flat there. 22 bags. I'm going to guess close to half of them may very well go to the cockpit here. Let's see, they're wanting us to put... I am scrambling. Wanted to get this one built. I can't believe it's taken me so long to get to before all of the June releases come out. And so, I'll put that down for a minute. I am trying to get this done, and it's a big set to get a move on, but we need to get this set up on display. Although I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it yet. Okay. Let's see, they're doing all kinds of stuff with this one. We got this piece and this piece. Oh no, it doesn't go up there. Silly me, it goes down here and connects another one to it. And this piece goes up there. And I'm going to make 2 of them, but ultimately they're wanting me to put it on face it this way. And put it on the side, which is really odd to me. All right. We will do what they say. Because they know best. Okay. Right. We've done that. Now we're going to do something else funky. Goodness. We're going to make 2 of these. I think somebody's having fun here. And we're going to flip it over now. Put this little guy here. But I don't have a clue where they're wanting us to put this. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. I see what it is. This guy has to be flipped this way so that this blue part is exposed, because then it goes on to there. Well, that one took me a minute. I need to make another one of those. Okay, let me see if I can remember what in the world I just did. Okay, so that goes on top of that. Whoops. That goes there. Okay, now it's this blue part that was the part you needed to make sure you got right. So when it goes on, put it in like that so when it, oh wait, no, it goes down, excuse me. No, it does go in like that. Okay. I want to make sure that I've gotten these both the same, because when we flip it over, it should look like that. Does it look the same on both sides? It does. I don't know how I managed to do this one right, but that one is correct. Okay. And they want us to turn this upside down, flip this over, and we're going to put it in, I think, to that gray square. It'll fit right into it. Oh my goodness. You're really going to have to push there. Oh, and one of our control panels fell out. It's great. Now it's buried. I'm never going to get it in there. All right, just give me a second. Okay, that was a huge pain, and I'm not entirely sure I put it back in the way that it was supposed to go. It might be aiming a different direction, but at this point, I don't care. That was a nightmare. You do not want one of those little panels to fall off after you've put this on. They are not supposed to. Okay. They're wanting me to check something here. They're wanting me to check this part, which is in the wrong spot. This one works. Now, why isn't this one? I am having a time with this set. All right, I'm going to try to get him in the right position here and push it in. Okay, he was sitting on top of this, and they wanted to make sure that he wasn't. And he was for some reason. I don't know why, but he got in there right. So make sure your little brown pieces here are not sitting on top of any part of this black piece. Okay. Wow. This set is out to test our skill level, I think. And nope, I'll put that on there. Or at least out to test my skill level, which I'm feeling is very lacking at the moment. Okay, got those on right. See what part we're going to do next here. He's a tricky little one. Now they want a light and a dark on this, and then flip it over and do this. Okay. All right, now what part is he gonna go on? They're showing us this way, but they're wanting to put it on back there. Come. Got these little 1x2 plates that then they're using that to hook these other two together, so you got to make sure you leave one end overhanging so you can get another little black part on it. And it's actually these orange pieces that help make it stable. Okay, we're going to build up 2 of these, put a little cone on him, put him in there. My son has the Millennium Falcon, and I'll go into his room and I will look at it and think, just, you know, terror. I'm thinking of putting that together. Now I know why. It's wanting me to push this all the way through so that it actually is coming out. Down here it's telling me. I'm guessing so it hits and it doesn't go in anymore. So make sure you open that up a little bit before pushing this thing. It's kind of hard to push through all of those. There we go. Okay. So now they're about the same height. Okay. Do these little doobie dobbies and wow. This has been interesting so far. Learning as we go, aren't we? All right, we have this part made, and this is going to go on the front here. Like that. All right, so we've got something on every 4 sides there. They're going to have us do these, but they're going to be, oops, in opposite. Wait, where am I? I need it to go here. Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, turn this right side up, guys. And then put that there. And put this one right here. I didn't see the little swirly change your spot thing. Until after I was confused. Okay, this one that we built goes on this side like that, I think. And then this one, really gotta feel confident you know where these are going into. Okay, and then this one goes like that, so it's matching up all 3 connection points under over there. Okay, these go on top of these big long ones, and this goes here. They're kind of over, only connecting on one point, so they're a little loose. Okay, we missed something here because I know these 2 cylinders have to go somewhere. So see where I missed them. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I was getting so confused with pushing those red rods in that I forgot there is that right there. All right. I think we're already worn out, right? Yeah. We're doing great. Let's keep moving. And we're on to bag number 5. Okay, let's see what bag number 5 has for us. Let's see, make sure I'm putting, no, it's this way. I had it faced the wrong way from the way they had it laid out on the picture. I have to admit that so far this has been a bit of a challenge for me. My son keeps telling me I need to build harder sets so that I can get better at things like this, and I think he's right. I think so. Don't have a clue what we're doing here, though. Let's see. I have one area downstairs above the TV that we actually have the Venator displayed on, but okay, that's not right. That's got to be this one. It's actually our son's, and so he's going to be taking it with him soon when he heads off for his next steps in life, and that area is going to be empty. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this one and then the X-Wing next to each other. And I think that'll actually make it look pretty cool. That spot that'll feel so empty. I'm tempted to pick up a Venator myself because I love the way it looks so much there, but not sure yet because I've got so many other sets that I need to collect. Well, needs a funny word, want to collect. But it's funny how the living room's turned into where only the Star Wars sets are being displayed in there. I don't know, I don't want it to look cluttery, so I've kind of, okay, this is going to go in here. Now, what we're doing is kind of cool, but make sure I was doing that right. So these little guys are going on there, and then these flat tiles, 1 by 1s, are going up here, like that. Okay. But my regret with doing that is that I don't have Rivendell and I won't have Barad-dûr in there. I'm putting them in a different spot. That kind of bums me out. I kind of wish that they were in the living room. I mean, I could change things around, but right now I have more kind of epic Star Wars sets, and there's not that many of the Lord of the Rings sets because I don't own very many. I think I only own 2 of the older ones, unfortunately, so this is very interesting. Doubling that up right there. Seems like it wouldn't be super strong because I just sort of tacked on the end there. Okay. Maybe they're going to make it stronger here. My funny little problems, huh? Of where to display stuff. Okay, so I have that, and then they're putting it in. So it's connecting underneath there. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. No, I'm not done yet, though. Gotta put some things on the top. Okay, we're gonna put these lime green rods in here. And then, okay, I'm just double checking here because they have them going. I have one going on this side and then one going on this side. So we'll make the other one in a minute, but I'm actually going to, I think that they're showing that these rods are just going to fit right through that hole that's there. And then these connection points are going to just snap in over here. So then that's sticking out like that. But I'm pretty sure that that's how it looks. I just want to make sure that it's like tight enough, but I can't really get it, any tighter because this thing gets in the way. Okay, So I'm going to build another one, and it's going to go on this side here. The exact same thing, we're just doing it again. Okay, so we got that all finished, and we're going to work on putting him in just like we did the other one. He looks pretty good, doesn't he? He's much wider here than I thought he would be. I saw him built in the stores, but for some reason I was thinking that he was a little bit smaller, but this is going to be a really good size ship. Maybe it was just because the store is bigger. Okay, bag number 6. Well, these pieces look very, very familiar, don't they? I think we're going to be building up 2 of the exact same thing we did probably for the other side, so they're probably having probably something opposite about them. So let's try putting these together at the same time this time. Build them up together since we're a little bit more confident of what we're doing. I don't like doing that unless I'm really confident, because if you make one mistake and then you made it on all of them, it can be, oops, let's flip that around. It'd be more frustrating to have to take apart more, but I think we've got this. But you know how when you go into you know, like you're going in to pick out a TV. So you go into a store and you're looking at the TVs and you think, oh, that's a good size. You know, I like that size. And then you bring it home and you know, you put it in your house. You're like, why is it so much bigger here than it is in the store? It's deceiving in the store because they're just much larger size. So you're not seeing them in a smaller setting. So I'm thinking that there's a chance that that's what's going on here. In my mind, I'm thinking, I thought this guy was kind of small, but you put him in a store. And the display area that he was in was one where they put a lot of big sets or, you know, big holiday displays or something. So it was a very big area that could be used. And so it probably made him look maybe a little smaller. We're going to put those there because we are going to make these. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to be doing that's different than that. Why we wouldn't have just made 4, but I'm wondering if they're not different at all. They're actually the same. They just, instead of putting it all in one bag, they just split it up for us. But I could be wrong. There could be something that's... Here we go. It's like the opposite way around. Okay. Those are for that guy. And then let's see if we can do the next guys. For some reason, I'm having a hard time finding the 1x2 smooth plates. It's the last one's... Oh, here it is. He was hiding from me. Okay. Make a whole bunch of these. Let's make 4 of these. Couches are the same way. You know, they say you're supposed to make sure you measure your room before you put furniture in it and different things like that. And it is a really good idea, isn't it? We're going to make this fun little piece that they make. I actually took part of Rivendell down recently to do something with it, and I'm trying to get it put back together before Barger's release, so that when I get it up, it'll be perfectly on display next to it. And it's funny how it goes together so much faster the second time. It's like just being familiar with the pattern of how things go really makes a very substantial difference. I remember the first time I built it, it seemed, it just seemed like it took a lot longer. It seems much more difficult than it is when you do it the second time round. And I'm just kind of flying through it, and it's just kind of funny how that works. Yeah, that's finished. Okay. Because this one feels way more... Although I keep forgetting to put those in these little smooth 1x1s down here. I don't know why I keep forgetting them. They're just slipping my mind. Okay, we've got that in, but then we're going to keep hold on to this one and put these here. Okay. Like, it needs a piece. Yes, it does. We're going to go ahead. Where are you? There you are. We're going to go ahead and put this in there before we flip back over to him. I don't feel like I've seen a difference yet. on these versus the last bag. Or at least I'm not picking up on it if there is one. So I'm guessing they just split them up. Split them up for us so we didn't have an overwhelming amount of pieces. But maybe there's something at the end that is different. Oh, I did a snap that I almost didn't like. But you hate it when you actually you're working with them and then you hear something, you're like, oh, I think that cracked. The worst part is when you're taking them apart to store them or something and you tweak something just wrong and it makes a horrible sound and you know you've kind of lost a piece. Oh, I know what's different about these. We're not going to put any rods in. Okay, they're going to have us just flip this around and put them right on. And see the blue holes that push the other side of that green rod that's coming out right into there. We'll flip that around that way. Okay, very smart. Put this one, okay, there we go. Got them in. Make sure they're lined up. I always thought this was, I love the wings, but I always thought this center structure of a tie was really cool. All right, we're not done with pieces yet, though. They want us to do something. We're going to make 4 of this same little piece that they've got. Okay, let's see how it's done. We'll make 1, and then see if we can knock the other ones out. Then, let's see. This little piece here. You know what? You know what I did? Let's pause for a second. Look at what I did here. I forgot an accent right here on top. I looked down and I saw these pieces right here and I was like, well, now where do those go? Oops. We fixed it. We're good. All right, I think that that's what that looks like. So now we're going to make 4 of the same on this part. And then, I don't know where these go. It shows me here. Oh, okay. It goes on. What am I looking for? Covers up these parts, I believe. So far, it hasn't been too tedious with too many of the same repeats, which is the one thing I'm not in love with on ships. But, okay, so we've got little rods in there that this clip can connect to, and I'm pretty sure they're just going to go, yep, 1 everywhere. Seal up that little hole there. Ooh, that's looking nice. This is fun. There's certain things you do that are just satisfying, and this is pretty satisfying. Okay. He's all sealed up there and looking great, and we're on to bag number 7. I feel like it's starting to go a little bit smoother. I feel like I was struggling there for... Watch me make a mistake right when I say that. But I do feel like I was struggling a bit more there. But maybe we're getting into a better groove here. Oh, I like this blue. It's nice and bright up against the gray. All right, let's see here. I'm kind of at the point in the week where I feel like the week is coming to a close and I got nothing done that was on my list. At least it feels that way. I suppose I got some things done, but I'm just way more behind than I would hope to be at this point. And I hate that feeling and keep trying to work on learning how to manage that. Maybe it's about setting better expectations. Okay, we have this little piece, and we're going to set that down for a second. I want us to do something else with it. Okay, looks like the angles go that way. Part of my problem is I'm having a very difficult time learning to manage what they believe is lupus. I'm not doing a fabulous job of figuring out how to deal with that and keep going with everything else in my life. They keep telling me I'm going to have to learn to pace myself and slow down. You see how that snaps in right there? But I really stink at that. It's like I don't understand that. All right, okay. Angles up. And let me just double check something. Where was the piece I just put in? This one is requiring one of these, and I just want to make sure that I wasn't supposed to do that on that one. But I don't think so. No, okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, we're going to flip him around. We're going to do, they are making them different, so it's a little bit, keep up with what we're doing here. And then that goes there. And then, oh, okay, because this just had one, and this had two connecting rods in there. All right, what in the world is this? Okay, we've got it facing backwards. The red one is up, and I'm guessing that the 2x4 square is going to fit on those 2x4 connections, just like that. Oh, nice. Very nice. All right, we're going to do that again. But I have a feeling we're going to need to pay really close attention to make sure we've got everything going in the right way, because it's the opposite side. So let me see here. So it's the real trick. How do we manage life when it doesn't quite go the way that we are hoping it will go? Happens to all of us, doesn't it? I don't want to accommodate for the health struggles that I'm doing. I want to just keep pushing forward and live life the way I want it to be, and that's not working so great for me. So I suppose there is a lesson to be learned here that I'm in the middle of. It's like the older we get, the more we realize how many lessons we have yet to learn. Okay. Trying to find one. Here we go. It's got the right angle on it. But one of the most disappointing things for me is there seems to be a concern when I go out in the sun. It is causing issues with having lupus flares, and so I have to protect myself from the sun. And that is kind of devastating for me. I love working outside in the sun. I love working in the garden. Now I have to time it all for when there's shade or in the evening, and it's, what have I done? What have I done? Let me see here. There's like an indent here. When we put that 1x3 plate here, it has to go like this. I had it flipped around so that when we flip it over, it fits in right. Okay. But that's what I've been working on adapting to. Okay, let me see here. Now we're going to flip it over. I love how they put these little inverted piece slopes things down, because it's like, for some reason, those hold so tightly. Just one of those makes a very secure connection. Okay. Make sure that this part goes inward. I'm going to do the same thing there. Very nice. It's looking really amazing, isn't it? Okay, so we're still working here, and we're going to, I think, work on covering up those. We're going to make 2 of them. Okay. Make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, it's like a little gaming controller, but it has nothing printed on it. Nice. Okay, we're going to make 2 of those, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll put them on it together at the same time. I can't believe how I feel like we're cruising through the bags. Okay. Now what? Yeah, okay. It doesn't have any barrier or rods in there, so you can kind of put it however you want and slide it around. So I'm just kind of matching it up. Okay, now this is going to go in. See, you've got this little round plate. It's going to go in with. Wow. That's looking really fabulous. And then we're going to do one more little thing here. Okay. Kind of weird they give us this as an extra piece, which that's normally not. Okay, we're going to stick these in there. Maybe they're exhaust pipes. Nice. Goodness, we're already on to bag 8. Okay, I peeked a couple pages ahead, and sure enough, we're going to be doing pretty much the exact same thing on this side. Just seal it in. It'll probably be a little different. Probably change the look up a little bit, but essentially the same thing. And we can't really make them 2 at the same time because there are probably an opposite situation that happens because they're going on either side of it. But I think it's going to be really similar overall to the back ones. Let me see. Here we go. My Cocker Spaniel is, put that down, and we're going to move on to the next part. He's a scaredy cat. I could try to say it in a nice way, but that boy is terrified of everything. And the funny thing is he'll bark. It's not like he just like, I can't figure out if he has any fight in him or if he's only flight, but you let him outside at night. And if he gets spooked, the whole neighborhood knows that he's spooked. He lets out this howl. Okay, make sure you put this on the top part. This kind of a half bark, half howl. It's just sheer panic. It's just like, Wally got scared again. Really funny, but so he gets frightened easily is the point of this. And over who knows what. You never know what that boy's going to get scared of. We're going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to put this here, this little piece. There. I had a feeling that we're going to do a couple things a little different, so stay on top of it here, adding some extra pieces in than we had on the last bag. Probably because it's the front of the ship, it deserves a bit more detail. And then that goes there. And then we're going to flip it over, and that should go into there. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. So you always have to kind of be on the watch out for Wally because you never know what he's going to do or freak out about. So he was walking into the kitchen from the dining room. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even know what spooked him. I think somebody rustled a bag or something. I don't know. But right before that happened, he had walked up to my cat. And Sir Percy's just the sweetest cat I've ever had. He's just very sweet, very laid back, loves the dogs, totally fine with them. So Sir Percy is standing there. That's my cat. And Wally walks up to him, and he's going to play with him. So they're standing real close to each other. And then this bag rustles. Okay, we're going to turn it over and pop it right into... Nope, something's very wrong. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I don't feel... Okay. We got a little bit of a problem here. Got distracted with my story and I messed up one little piece and then everything falls apart from there. Okay. Let's see. We had that piece is supposed to go there. And then this goes here. And that looks correct. Not really, actually. This piece is supposed to go over here. All right, let me see what in the world I did wrong. Okay, I think I had it correct. Because I kind of took it apart, put it back together, and it looks the same. But anyways, this needs to go there. I had it up here, but it's got to move back one. So now let's see if we can fit him on. Turn it around. Fit it up. Okay, now that's better. I don't know what in the world I did there. And then we're going to place it up like this, and he's going to go right here. Okay. Very, very nice. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. All right, so there's Wally, and there's Sir Percival, and the bag rustles. And Wally panics. And in his panic, he doesn't know what to do. And so he gets all nervous and starts, and basically somehow kind of jumps on top of Sir Percy. So Sir Percy's underneath of the dog, but the dog can't figure out which way to go. Does he run and hide? Does he go towards the bag? He doesn't know. So he's just standing there, just kind of, I don't know, going back and forth a little bit, back and forth, and not actually, I've lost a piece here. Oh, there it is. Going anywhere, just kind of in this panic, and the poor cat is just trapped underneath of him, and he's trying to get out, but every single time he tries to go one way, Wally kind of moves that way a little bit in his little back and forth panic thing. So the cat can't get out, and Wally's still panicking, and I know I should have been more help, but at this point I'm just standing there in amazement watching this. They're both black and white. Wally's a black and white Cocker Spaniel, and Sir Percy is a tuxedo. So it's just this mass of black and white animal, one on top of the other, trying to figure out what to do. So I finally started yelling at Wally, "Get off of Sir Percy, get off!" And the cat ends up figuring out a way to get out from the fluff that he's under. And Wally decides that the bag is not going to kill him after all, although he was pretty confident it was there for a bit. And everything's fine, right? Well, after, I wasn't laughing as much in the process. I was kind of more shocked about what in the world is going on. But afterwards, that's pretty funny. That dog. And then that poor cat. I'm not sure what to do with this pup, I tell you what. He makes things humorous around here, that's for sure. Okay, I'm a little bit confused because I need a 1x1 dark gray. Oh, there he is. Plate. But I couldn't see him. Okay. But I found him. So that goes there. Now, let's see if we can try to not mess up this next part. We did mess up last time. But see, this is actually the part that's confusing me because I have a whole bunch of these, but I don't have any more angled pieces. Oh boy. Well, I did something here. This is supposed to have one of these. And I'm guessing I made the same mistake here. How did I manage that? Okay. I need to replace that with that. That's correct. Okay. Now, let me go back and look. What have I done? Okay. I'm doing the thing where I'm completely confused again. Now, those two pieces are correct. And then it goes like that. So then if we get this part, did we just free up our other two pieces? Yes. Okay. We had borrowed them unnecessarily. But we have them back and we're good to go. Now, if you're following along with me, it would probably be good to double check my work. But don't worry, if we mess up, then we can just fix it when we catch it. All right, now make sure we put this one over and not on the end. Okay, now let's see if it'll go in. There we go. Okay, and then now let's see if we can get it in here. All right. All right, very nice. Now let's see what they have next for us. Hopefully nothing that'll stump us completely, but you never know. Okay, now how in the world are they managing this? Oh, silly me. It doesn't go on top of it. It goes down here beside it. Goodness. As soon as I think I'm doing well, I bobble again. Well, if nothing else, it's amusing to build Legos with me. So my children laugh at me all the time. Here, turn that around like that. Keep flipping it on you, I'm sorry. Okay, now then, this is going to go into these spots with the little controller facing towards the center. All right, we're going to use our last two stickers up here on these things, but before, we need to figure out exactly how they're supposed to go. So they're supposed to go with the stickers like this, I believe. Let me explain that better. If in the picture, it looks like the little claw hand is facing this way. So you just turn it straight up, don't alter it, and then put the sticker on. And it should go on the little pistol properly. So same thing here. I'm just going to turn it up like this. Wait, got my sticker. Okay. I'm actually going to hold it from the little claw hand back there. Ooh, had had too much on that thing. Okay, now they have us put it on a pistol. And the one with the TIE fighter goes into this one. These little round plates with the hole in the top. And then this one, let's see what it'll look like. I don't know. It's like a little map of outer space there. Picking up their sonar. Probably is the wrong way to say that. Okay. Well, we made it through bag 8. Not sure how. So we'll move on to bag 9. Ooh, look at these pieces. Now we're talking. Now, I know I said that I wouldn't be surprised if the cockpit portion alone took up half the bags that came with this set, and we are well on our way for that because we are at bag 9 here. Let me see here. And we need to flip this guy around. So it's going to be interesting to see. You know what we need to do also? We need to turn him upside down. Then it makes a bit more sense, doesn't it? So he's going to fit in here. See all of these black? Let me bring it up for you a little bit more. See all these black connection pieces? So it's only connecting there, leaving all of those still open. And then, this is going to be fun. We're going to connect all of these fun pieces around the top of it. Nope, not there. That side gets left open. That part right here is left open at the moment. I'm going to close it up now with... Oh, no, not that piece. These long grated cheese slopes. Okay. Well, it has been anything but boring. This set. I'm gonna have to get a much easier set. I have another Animal Crossing. I just might be able to do that without too many mistakes, but you never know. I'll probably make it and bumble something up. All right, let's see here. Nope, we need it to go this way. Sometimes those angles are kind of hard to see exactly what you're doing, but that's correct. Okay. And then that goes like that. Now I wonder what this part is. I love it when they put these red pieces on. Okay, now this guy's gonna go right here on top of this, so he can see out. I'm gonna have to flip this over again. Make sure that those are in there right. It looks like the little angled pieces in there go up. Oh, nice. Looking pretty fabulous, isn't he? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and turn him around because that's how they have it for the next step here. Are you sure I'm getting excited about him? I was talking to my daughter yesterday, and we were talking about again about how early should we be at the store on June 1st, and she was like, well, there's a much smaller fan base for or it seems so, for Lord of the Rings, and so, you know, you probably don't have to completely freak out about getting there. Here we go. couldn't find those pieces. Over freak out is what she was saying. And she's like, because when we went and picked up Rivendell, there was only a few people in line, and we were actually surprised about that. But the more expensive sets, and then maybe she's right, there is enough of a smaller fan base. Okay, now we need this piece back. And let me see, this part is gonna go, this is very weird. What are you doing? This piece goes like this, and when they flip it over, well, give me a second to figure out what they're doing. Okay, I think this is how it goes. It doesn't make any sense to me, but you have this piece, and then you have this piece, and I think that goes up, and then it overlaps each other like that. Is that what you're saying? Okay, let's give it a shot. And then this piece goes underneath there like that. All right, and then that goes right there. Yeah, I guess so. That fits it really nicely. That was interesting. That was a new thing. Okay. Now, if we spin this around, this little piece is going to go right in here. Okay. And then I think we're going to make a topper. I got very distracted there. Okay, so I'm talking to my daughter, and we're trying to figure it out. But then I told her, I said, well, the thing is that everybody likes the bad guys, which is just weird. But it's definitely a fact. I feel like that those are spread too far apart. It seems like on the picture they've got them much closer together. So, oh, there we go. Okay, had them in the wrong spot. Make sure that those are right next to each other. So spin it so that you can do that. But it seems to be true. Everybody likes a good bad guy. It's probably because it makes our heroes all the better. I mean, without, let me see how this is going. Here we go. Put it right like that. Flip it up. Okay, this is funky. Without Sauron, Frodo, and Sam, and everybody else wouldn't shine the brighter. So we like a good bad guy, probably because it shows the quality and character of our hero. So I can actually see this set being even more popular. And frankly, it just looks really, really cool. Why is it that it always seems like, who is it that says the bad guys always get the best ships and the best? It's always the good guys that are outnumbered. Okay, we're gonna put this here. And they just say to make just one of those, but then we're gonna make something else that they say to make two of, so. And then that, okay. And then we're gonna make two of those and put those on either. Nope, no. Flip it upside down. Like that. Okay, so we'll make another one of those. Which brings me, I've rambled my way to my point of the best ships in my mind in Star Wars are the bad guy ships. I think they're the coolest looking. Which is just so funny. Although I do like the Millennium Falcon. And I like the Bad Batch's shuttle. Which is kind of a takeoff of the Imperial shuttle, which then would be the bad guy shuttle. So we can't win here. So we can make 2 of those, which are kind of similar to that first one. Oops, turn that around. Those are easier. He's got quite the little topper to him, doesn't he? Oh, there you are. Here we go. Okay. Now it says just one of those up here. Okay. Okay, I was like, why is this different? It has a dark gray slope. Just double checking that. Go down one. Hello. I'm like, why? It's the exact same thing. Why would they have us do it separate? Because they've added in a dark gray there. And then we're going to make the final piece, I believe, and whatever it is that we're doing. Well, this is a fun piece we're going to use. This piece. That way. It's another place to pay attention to, I think, because they've got us doing something. And then kind of different. Do that there. Okay. And then this one goes in the last spot there. Wow. Okay. Now, I'm a little bit confused on where exactly they want us to put this. Oh, it's back here. Okay. Let me just make sure. This part that we just put in that has that little pin sticking out. Here's your hole. Here's your yellow rod thing. And here we go. Here we go. Just push it in. That's the back. Oh, that might be my favorite part so far. That is so epic. Ooh. That one can give you tingles. Okay. We'll move on here. Gosh, that part was cool. Okay, snap in there. This is why I buy these sets and I'm completely obsessed. It absolutely amazes me. You take a bunch of pieces of designed parts and then you create absolutely unbelievable things with it. The creativity is unbelievable what you can do. And you think about it, there's a lot of parts that they use, a lot of pieces that they make, but for the most part, they're using the same pieces over and over and over again in all of their sets. But then just putting that combination together is just really amazing to me. Okay, now we've got this little contraption, which is our top. We're going to hook it into our little claspy hands up here, and then we'll sew off the top. Wow. Okay, I'm completely floored. I think we finished the cockpit, and that was on bag 9, so I wasn't quite right. We didn't make it to bag 11 to do halfway through, but I think we're going to make the stand next. But if you're not impressed already, then you're probably not going to be with this set, but I am floored. That one got to me right back here. Unbelievable. Okay, bag 10. We are going to build the stand for the Interceptor next, and so they're telling us to pull this beautiful plate back in because we're going to need it. I'm always very impressed with these stands from what I've seen of them. I don't have a lot of them myself, but my son does, and they are just really unbelievable how they build these to support. Let me see here. I think I was supposed to grab another piece before. Oh my. Okay, wait a minute. Let's pull that off real quick. I didn't see this piece. that's going to go on it first. And then these are going to go on it. The bat wing has, no, yeah, it is. The bat wing has a very impressive stand to it that my son has, and I thought there's no way it's going to actually support that, but you know, it really does. It does a fabulous job. So I'm sure that this one is going to do a fabulous job too. We're needing to build 2 of these, it looks like. I have a feeling we are going to be building a lot. So sorry, I had to duck away there for a second. I have a feeling that we're going to be building a lot of the same pattern for the different sides of this Interceptor, or at least a very similar feel to them. There might be some things that are kind of the mirrored image of it, but I figure it's going to start feeling very similar as we're going back and forth. Okay, so what I don't like is what has happened here. I'm going to take this apart. I didn't quite know where to place this. It was kind of hard to tell. We're going to pull this back one because when you put this thing, when I had this thing in, it needed to go. I'm trying to kind of line it up here, where it was completely flush with this piece, and there should be 3 studs opening right there, and I had that moved down just one too far. So thankfully I caught that before it was too late. And I had to destroy a whole lot more. It's exciting that we are already on the stand to this, but I have a feeling we are in for, here you are, this piece was lost, for quite the building process to do the rest of the wings for this guy, because they're the biggest part of him. Nope, I keep finding those little ones that kind of look like the money, but we don't need the money ones. We just need the flat tiles. But they're hiding in here. I need one more, and it's like, there he is. Okay. I feel like I'm making a plane here. Doesn't that look just like a plane? Okay. So we're gonna do another of these. I wonder what these are being used for. They're putting these pins to these 1x1s that have a hole in it. Put one more of these on, and then for some reason I thought that there would be a whole lot more pieces with this stand. I thought, oh, it's for sure going to take 2 bags, but I don't think so. I think it's going to build up pretty quickly on this here. Okay. Now we want to make sure that we're getting these pins in the right spot, and it looks like they're not going on the ends, but they're coming in 1. There, that's a better shot. I was like, I can't see anything. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and push this right in there. These are really hard, you know, to pull apart a lot of times if you're having to take it apart for whatever reason. When you start having a lot of structural pieces with these pins and these bricks with holes in it, I know I start to shake a little bit. Become a coward and don't want to take it down. They make them very secure, which is a really good thing, especially when you consider what we're doing here. But okay, it looks like we're going to have 6 pins going in. It looks like there's a 3-hole gap, and technically 4, but there's a pin in there. so you couldn't put it in anyways. And we'll make sure we put them on this side in the same spots. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm like guessing that this is how we're going to be putting it, attaching it on. So it looks like it's going in the bottom hole. And then we're going to take this other one and snap it on. This could be a little tricky, couldn't it? Okay. Oh, that might have been a mistake. I put this bottom one, it popped in really smoothly, but then the top one wasn't going in. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to use these kind of rounded pieces to move these out of the way. These pieces are everywhere. Secure each of these sides. So now we have a lovely strong structure. Okay. Wow, this is just kind of came together very quickly. Wait a minute. Where did that? Okay, I was supposed to have another smooth plate right there. And the funny thing is, I saw it and then I forgot about it. All right, let's see. This goes here. Okay, trying to make sure it fits in. Wow. That was very quick, but really impressive. And then we've got our 25 years Lego Star Wars plaque. And this is the fun part. We get to make, let's see, we get to make a mouse droid and the pilot of this ship, I believe. Although it's definitely not built to scale because he would be swimming in it. But he still gets to take a place of honor on the stand, so we kind of know who was flying these. All right, I need 2 of those. Let's see here. I like building mouse droids, and I built quite a few of them with different sets. Sorry, I'm focused on what I'm doing. Stumbling over my words here. But this one I like a lot. He's a little bit bigger than the other ones. Okay, so I forgot this part. They put 2 of these up and they've put it down here in the base of that center piece so that he has this, well, not only support, but he can actually attach there. How adorable. Okay, it looks like we've got some extra pieces and an extra little pistol. I like the little bitty pistols that they have. They're shorter than the other ones. Okay, so we gotta put together our pilot here. He's got a face that means business. Alright. Give him his little gun, and then he goes right here, and our stand is all ready to go. Wow, okay, so we knocked through bag 10. Quickly, we'll put it back here, and we'll get to work on bag 11, and we're going to start building out those wings. So we are just starting bag 11 here. And there are 22 bags total in the set. And I don't know if I'm feeling a little bit intimidated about how hard the rest of this part is going to be, or if maybe it's going to go kind of smoothly because you're just building up the wings. Sometimes things like that don't take a huge amount of, I don't know, technical features built into them, so then they kind of go together a little bit quicker. But I'm not completely confident with these. I think they might be a little bit difficult, so we'll see how quickly we can kind of get this all together. this is a cool piece. Probably the part that's going to end up being the most time consuming is the kind of the detail work that might be on the outside of all of these features. Because it looks like there's quite a few parts that are, oh my goodness, look at this. This is like a welding. Wow, that's really cool. I think you put it in the tank and then it's like a welding part. Or something along that lines. My dad used to weld. Do a lot of work for people with that regard, so it looks familiar. But I'm sure that there are a lot of kind of machine parts that are similar. So I might be close. I might not be perfectly right on there, but I'm trying to figure out, I think it's this longer one. Yeah, because there's a short one, but it's the longer one because it goes all the way down to the red pieces down here. And we need these little guys to go in here too. Let me see where their ankles going. Inward. I think they go inward. I loved helping my dad and do his work. For a time there, he was majorly helping a lot of people with doing something because they were, he had his own landscaping business, and so he helped a lot of people in that, I guess that little world, and they would bring their trucks and he would make it to where their beds could tilt. The bed in the back could tilt up, so I guess they could dump out a mulch or whatever that they were bringing to the client. And so it was really cool to help him work with that and be able to, oops, that's not gonna work. This needs to overhang by one. So make sure it does that. Oh, I did it again. I'm gonna go find the piece I made fly off. Can't quite figure out how I'm always doing that. I just send things going the wrong direction a lot. Oh wow, huh? Oh, now look at me, I did it again. Okay, we're gonna have to use one of these to pop him off because, oh, he was already in there securely. But I really got him in there good. Okay. Before we put those black squares on, we need to put, I believe these are 6 long. Yes, we should still have 6 studs open here because there are longer ones, so make sure you're grabbing the right one. And then the black plates go into it. I would always be so excited when a person would show up with their truck and I knew what Daddy was gonna do. Turning it into some sort of transformer, you know? Supposed to do something that wasn't necessarily you didn't think it could do, and then there you go. That's pretty cool. Our neighbors had a fence put in recently, which I'm going to be honest with you, I actually was kind of, I'm not sure annoyed is the right word. Disappointed may be a nicer way of saying it. But we had where they didn't have a fence and we could actually see kind of the main road behind us. And I'm going to just double check and make sure I put in all those pieces. It looks like I did. And we had a nice view of the road from the main road. And the funny thing is that when we moved here, I thought, oh, that's really going to bother me, you know, the noise and that kind of stuff. But in fact, it was a lot of fun to actually kind of see the cars. I could see when Matt or the kids came home if I was sitting in the back there with the dogs, or we would actually be able to see oh, which fire truck's coming into the neighborhood now, and so they put up the fence, and now our view of the main road is obstructed. And main road being a back road that comes into the neighborhood, so it's not like it's crazy busy all of the time, but they were out there and they were putting the fence in, and I was watching them, and I used to put in a lot of fences with my dad, and they had the auger machine that digs the ground out for the fence post, and they were in there, and it was kind of jerking them around, and I was like, oh yeah, I have been there and done that. It was kind of fun to watch them do that and remember those days. The scariest thing was when you'd hit a rock and you kind of go flying, because I was younger then when I was doing that, and wasn't quite as good at not being able to fly around. When we'd hit a rock, I'd go flying more than my dad would. I think that goes there. I'm a little bit concerned it's in the wrong spot, but I think it does. And we're going to need to find... Where are you? Here we go. It's like a lightsaber hilt. And I'm trying to figure out... I think it goes right here. In this spot. Oh, it's a little fiddly. I think that's what it does. And this is the part that I think is going to take the most time, is when they all of a sudden start doing all these little bitty. It's kind of like in the Milky Way. I think this one goes back here. Because it looks like it's kind of overlapping that rod, that circle right there. Just all these little tedious pieces that you're putting in, like I did in the Milky Way galaxy, and it's just like, oh my goodness. Okay, 6 of these. They're gonna go, they're gonna go in here. So there's a groove, right? And they're gonna fit right into that groove. If I'm seeing this right. Ah, that does not want to go in. Flipping around on me. Okay. And then 3 more over here. I've never put them in a groove like this before. One more. Stubborn. Okay, we got those in. Now, I'm just going to take one piece at a time here and try to make sure I figure out where in the world they go. That looks to go there. Oops. I'm not... Okay, so you know how on these little roller skates they have the one side that's got the bump on it and then the one side that's flat? I think the side with the little bump has to go facing these, because otherwise it was not going in. And then we need another one, and it's probably going to do the same thing right here. Okay. And then that goes right there. Okay, I think that's right. But now... Oh, okay, so they're having us put more in, but I cannot decipher where in the world... Okay. It's up here on top of that little gray rounded 1x2 plate that we put in. And this goes next to it. This little piece with the clasp on the end. It is somewhat difficult to decipher where exactly these go on the page, because everything's gray. Okay, it has a little... Okay, so let me see if I can get this in here. See this down here? It has a little guide, and I am guessing that we need to match it up, because if you push them all the way in, it doesn't quite match up with it perfectly. So I'm thinking that we need to have it to where it is. And then it's going to go in here. This is really fiddly little... Yeah, okay, so it had to be pulled out, and might even need to be done a little more. Oh my goodness. This way you don't panic, and I suppose you just take your time, but it's... Okay, so I kind of had to push a little bit to get it in there, but just kind of wiggle it in there, and then, before we forget, this piece goes there. Wow. Ooh. This is something. And guess what, guys? We got to do it all over again for the other side. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay. Might be one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I'll just let Matt finish this one. Absolutely not. We will not give up. We will conquer our goal. It will be our triumph, even if we cry through the process. Put these things on, desperately try to put them on straight. So sorry. I was doing it off the camera there, wasn't I? Here we go. I think I got them on. If you didn't see both of those. I brought it up closer to my eyes and farther away from the camera. Okay. That one popped out under there. That's a little loose. And this guy goes right there. Okay. Here's our torch. We need another one of these. I'm going to flip him over. But he needs to aim this way. Okay, and then we'll flip him over there. And up. We're going to pull him. Oh, don't do that. Where he attaches into there. That makes sense? So he attaches into the little clasp right there. Okay, oh my goodness me. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things here. Actually, we're going to pull our stand out because they actually have this guy on the stand, and he's just going to slide right in there. So he's up a little tall here for my shot, but I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out how in the world I fit him in. Oh, okay. Okay, so he's got his two red holes there, and then we have our blue pins on either side of this. Now, it looks like he's going to be on this side, which is his right side, and it's going to go in like this. So it's kind of the back part. And I'll zoom it out for us here a little bit, but I think this will be good enough because we're going to go right into building the other side. Oh my goodness. That is a little fiddly. Come on. Doesn't want to go in it at all. Okay, there we go. So that bottom blue pin didn't want to, and I actually popped off this little green round thing. Okay, so you can see there that he's on it. Wow. Okay, so we're going to go into bag 12 because I think it's this front part. So we'll push him back there. And we'll just go ahead and dive right into bag 12. Small little bag. We'll see how this comes together here. For some weird reason, I knew that there were two parts that were going to go there on the sides to build up. But for some weird reason, I was thinking that the one we were building was the smaller front portion. And I was like, wow, this is getting really big. And now it all makes sense. Okay, they have it flipped this way. And it looks like they're putting in something to go there, which is interesting. And then they flip it over and show you exactly. Instructions are a little bit funny sometimes. All right, now, as all TIE fighters need, we have a shovel. Sorry, that's just kind of funny. We want the shovels facing outward. So we're going to put this one here. This is hilarious. I wasn't imagining that we would be putting a shovel on him, but I know it's going to be fabulous. Okay, now we're going to turn him over, and the funny thing is when he's all built, you probably won't even realize that's a shovel. It's just going to look really awesome. But building it, you're like, oh yes, that's definitely makes sense. Let's put a shovel on him. Why not? Absolutely the part I love the most about building with Legos is the pieces that you can find, the bricks you find. To pull off the visual that you're doing, and it's such an, not what you're expecting would work, and then it works really fabulous. I still remember the time that we were building our yin and yang scene, and we were doing opposites in kind of nature, I suppose. And one side, the farm was growing rice paddies, and they were just starting to come up, and then we needed the other side to have the rice to be actually full grown. I'm like, oh, I know exactly what we need to have the tops, the heads of the rice. And I said, we need droid heads. And my son was like, what? He thought she's lost it completely. Nope. They were absolutely perfect. Okay, this is just a tiny little middle piece. This is very interesting to me. Okay, we're gonna pull this over so hopefully we can see it. You know what? I tell you what, having it on the stand is actually making this more difficult. And he doesn't have to be up there, so we're not gonna have him up there. So I've got some blue holes to go into some blue pins, and I'm gonna fit this in, hopefully not. There we go. Disrupting my shovels too much. All right, so we have those in, and now we're gonna build up some other parts to go around this. So let's pull our pieces back over here. That one goes in the middle. I've been seeing more and more the 5 long. It's just like one of those pieces that you just dreamed of having when you were building your own things, and you had to, puzzle it with 3s and 2s or 4s and 1s, and then they started making them, and it was just like the sunshine dawned on your life. Those moments where the clouds open and the choir starts singing, and you're just like, I love these pieces so much. But they still, they're still hard to come by. Another one over here. Kind of get that into the middle, because he can kind of be positioned as you want him to be. Flip him over. Okay. Now we got to figure out how in the world it's going in. Okay, I think I figured it out. So we'll see if I'm correct. Which I'm a little bit concerned that I'm not. But when we built up that piece, we put in, see that little bitty red piece in there? Well, that little bitty red piece, I think, is the piece that we need. I feel like it actually isn't pushed down all the way, but... So we're going to spin this up like this, and we're going to actually push this clasp into that part of the red. I know it does this, but getting it in there could be a little tricky. That's why I need to make sure it's pushed down all the way. There we go. Oh, there it went. Here it snapped. Ooh, okay. Oh, guess what? We get to build one for the bottom. But we're going to be careful just in case anything's reversed on it. Or mirrored opposite in any way. Which I do believe it is. At least it feels like something's a little different. Could just be the way they're having us hold it this time, but I don't think so. Oh. Wait a minute. It needs to go like that. That little black piece doesn't go on the edge. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it's designed the same. We probably just reversed a little something. Has all the same bells and whistles on it. Flip it over. All right. And now, first of all, I'm going to try and make sure that little piece is pushed in all the way, and you got it. Goodness. You got to just get your little piece. There we go. Piece in there, and then once you can get it in the hole, then it pops right into the little red clasp. Okay. One more part here. Well, maybe a couple. All right. Making it all kinds of fancy. This piece is going to go right there, so it looks like it's nice and smooth and flush there. Then one other little piece, and then I think we'll be copying ourselves. This goes into that hole. Okay, so we're going to move on to bag 13, and I'll bet you we're making another one of these for the opposite side. This guy's getting big. Okay, it looks like we're going to build up exactly the same thing that we did last time for the other side, and we're going to be real careful that we do it just like the instructions say, in case anything might possibly be slightly weird. Well, that went together rather peacefully, didn't it? Okay, so now we're going to turn him around, flip him over, and fight with these pins to get him in there. Oh, well, just because we said we were going to fight with him, he decided to cooperate. Okay, it's getting good sized, isn't it? All right, on to bag 14. We get to work with shovels again. It's our exciting part of the day. And I think that the last time I put these little red pieces in, I didn't push them down really, really, really good. And then I had a bit of a problem when I was pushing the little clasps in there. So this time I'm going to make sure I push them down nice and firm. And hopefully we won't have any problems. All right, here's our shovels. This one goes facing this way. And this one goes the other way. Oops. Okay. Turn them upside down to get them facing right. Okay. It's still amusing me that they've used shovels here. I think it's great. Okay, make sure that they're both even there. It tickles me because I think it's genius. And I like to see genius moves. Okay, let me see. Where are you, you little great? It's going together very well, don't you think? And just smoothly cranking along here. I think once we're done with this bag, we're going to spend the remainder of our time building out the 4 wings. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but I guess I've always called them wings. Okay, so he is made, and now we're going to put him on here. Why do I feel like... I feel like this piece is going to get in the way. But it just, look at that, it sits perfectly on this long sloped piece. I'm like, that's going to hit something. No, it's just going to line up perfectly if we did it right. Oh my goodness, you see that? It went, I thought it went in so smoothly. It didn't go in smoothly at all. It pushed it out. Okay. Now we're in. Those pins don't like me, and I'm not sure I entirely love them. All right, see, there we go. It's perfect, and then we're going to make our little side parts that we did before. Wait, what am I looking for? I'm looking for these. Okay. So we can stick them into our little red holders under there. I feel like this set has gone together much quicker than the Milky Way did. The Milky Way just seemed like it took so long. I enjoyed doing it, but my goodness, that one was a beast to do. He's all nicely hung up on the wall. Okay, this one's going to go in the top one facing this way. Let's see if we can fit him in there. Oh, yeah, okay, so he did go better because I really got those red pieces pushed down real firmly. It's possible, though, that that one was just essentially the same type of building over and over and over. Whereas this is kind of constantly doing a little something new, which is helpful. But these big sets, it amazes me, people who build them really, really fast. It's like, wow, I don't know how you do it. My brain and my fingers don't think quite that quickly, maybe. Okay. Push it down in here. Okay. That went together nice. Definitely seems to be going pretty quickly on this second round. Okay, let me see here. Where do you go? You don't go there. You go there. Put this little grate up in the wrong spot. It's got to move down one. Move down, move down. Okay. Huh. Oh, I'm concerned. I have pieces. These little pieces, I forgot to flip it over. Oops. No. Oh, now you're stuck in there. There we go. Okay. They're supposed to go in here. I forgot a step on that last thing. Okay. Now we don't have too many pieces left over. They gave us a couple extra, I think. Right. Let's flip that around that way. All right. Okay. All done with that. It's looking really good. Kind of taking up a lot of my table. And we're going to start with one of those nice long wings with bag 15. So it's on to our first wing, I'm going to call it. Since I don't know what they're actually called, that's what we're going to call them. And hope that we are somehow close to correct here. I've changed the angle of the camera, sorry. I thought I was putting that piece in the wrong spot. Okay, now, first area to not make a mistake. This piece is not quite wide enough, so it needs to be the wider. Yeah, so I changed the view a little bit with the camera because I think we're going to build something kind of long, and I wanted to be able to hopefully see a little bit of when I bring in the actual tie. But that thing is just big and tall and somewhat being a problem to get it all in, so we're just going to have to kind of work with it. Let's see what we can do. This, I have a feeling, is going to be a pretty long piece once we get it all said and done, because I could actually see about laying it down for us, because we're going to start really popping a lot of stuff on here. I don't want to do it wrong or have it where it's weak. We don't want it to be weak. This needs to come over one. Okay. Let's see, we'll turn the page here. This goes underneath here. This is the part that is somewhat interesting. We need this little bitty piece. And he goes up underneath here, and then that attaches, okay? Wow, look at this glue color. Oh my goodness, you really have to bring it back up because I can't push it down quite as easily on the table. It's better to do it more with your hands. Oh, I love this orange color. right. Wait, yes. I think that looks correct. We're going to be doing probably a lot to just, no, wait a minute. We need to put this little guy on here first. And then this goes here. Okay. This is just the foundation row, and then I think we're going to build up a lot. I did peek ahead a little bit just to kind of get a little bit familiar with how this is working, because I didn't want to mess this up too much. Oh, there's a piece that goes underneath here. There we go. 2 of those. And from what I could tell, they're not crazy details. I thought, oh my goodness, they're going to have like so many. We need one more of these here. Little things all decorative on the outside, but it didn't look like it was overwhelming in any way. Okay. I'm going to put this down. See, he's getting longer and longer. This goes here. I am guessing. I did see that it takes 2 bags to do the wing, okay? And there are 8 bags left. So I'm thinking that the last bags are going to be 2, let me make sure, yes, okay. 2 bags per wing, and we'll probably be repeating the exact same step that we're doing now 4 times, the next 2 steps. Okay, did I get everything there? I think so. This is cool. It's not familiar with that piece, so that's pretty cool. Okay, and we're going to be putting them. It doesn't go all the way to the end. I don't like that I have this 3 left over. Let me check something before we move on. Oh boy, look at what I did. Okay, this could be tricky. I have to pull up these really long ones. I hope you didn't follow my mistake here. The 3 goes next to the 4. Okay. And then we need, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oh, okay. Don't panic. I'm going to put this one on. And then put this one on. Which actually makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Because it comes all the way to the end that way versus the gap. Wow. That was kind of a bad mistake. At least we didn't have to rip out a whole bunch, but still. That one mistake I didn't like. Okay, let's go back here. We should have a gap of 4. Okay, we're on to bag 16 to finish this wing. Okay, we've got quite a few pieces. We've got some little ones. Let's try to get somewhat organized here. All right, it looks like we need an 8 long, so that's probably going to be this one. Okay. And we need a hinge. Let me tell you how much I love hinges. So much. I think these hinges are probably one of the most useful bricks that can be used. I mean, they can do so much. Need it to go this way. This one's going this way. This one's okay. So we'll be going the same way there. I fell in love with hinges when we actually tried to build a castle that's in one of my favorite movies, and I was trying to recreate that castle, and we needed a lot of hinges because one of the castle walls to all open up so you could see scenes inside. And we found hinges to be a very useful tool there. I also love hinges because they can help with angles tremendously, which is also what we used when we were building Minas Morgul from Lord of the Rings. Okay. Now we need a long one. This thing is quite the contraption going on here. I think it's another long one. Yeah, okay. I was counting there to make sure. So we have, wow, look at this thing. So this goes there. And then look at that, it fits in there. So the hinge has room to move open like that. That's pretty cool. This is just an 8. And another 8 down here. I'm not sure where this thing is. But boy, oh boy, do I have a suspicion I need a shorter one of those. This needs to only be a 6. Okay. I have a suspicion this is going to wrap around this base part of the wing that we just made, which is actually kind of starting to blow my mind a little bit. That's going to be really crazy cool. And then we need one more. 6. Okay. I got it everywhere. There it is. Yep. Okay. This is going to be so cool. Okay, I need to push these pieces out of the way. Wow. The wings are impressing me. We need to put this piece into that hole right there. And wrap, wrap, wrap. And it looks like it goes, see this part right, oh, sorry, completely off camera there. You see this part right here? It's going to go there. And you've wrapped it all the way around. You see what I mean? Those hinges are magical, unbelievable. Okay, we're gonna start covering up all of our lovely colors with a lot of, I'm really having to push down here. Let me see if it helps. If, yeah, there we go. Okay, helps if we have it off a little bit. We are just going to be doing a whole bunch of filling in. I think this is that really tightly angled piece, which I'm sure has a perfect measurement of what that angle is, but I have not measured them well enough on my own to know that. That would be cool to know, actually, what the angles that they were using for each of these. And look at this. So we have that matching up, okay. Wow, wow, wow. So this is going together so much faster than I thought it was going to. Then one more thing here. Okay. Now this thing's still kind of, I'm sure they're going to do something up there. Okay. Now we're going to start putting some detail on. To the top of this beautiful wing. Okay, we're going to flip him over. And looks like we're going to build this up a little bit down here and make sure we're doing this in the right spots, that's for sure. There. Really making sure that we're pushing down really well here, and then build this up even thicker, which is kind of surprising me, to be honest. But I'm sure it's gonna look great. Okay, let's work down here. We have another one of these. They want us to put it in this one, I believe. And then just put it there. I'm going to kind of hold it a little bit different than they are. Okay. No. We're going to put it this way. And then we're going to put it... Okay. Now. Oh my. Okay. Put it in there like that. And we're going to add a little bit more onto... Okay, another one of these. We're going to do this gun going into there. And then he's going to go on top of this light gray 1 by 1. Oh, he's long. He's hard to hold and do at the same time. Oh, and it fell off. That is not helping me out at all. Okay. Now put that back under there. This one overlaps that one. Okay. Now, they're wanting us to put it on. Okay. So I might have to add in some features. That's weird. Okay, I need to double check something. I think I might have missed something. Okay, I did. Back on in step 398, I was supposed to put 2 of these going in here. Now, why is it not? Oh, silly me. Flip them around. That would not make sense to put them the way I was doing it. And there. So you need those there. Okay, now let's go back. They want us to put it on. So we're going to bring our guy in here. And we're going to snap him in. You can tell where we're snapping him. Now, he doesn't have all... Okay. Some of those, they're just there for show. And then they want us to fold him up under. Wow and wow. And then we have this piece right here that they then want us to put in, see, after you've bent him up. Okay, we did it. It's hard to see with a zoomed in to build the wings up, but we're going to just kind of let that be a mystery until we get them all done. So we're going to move on to bag 17, and we're going to build another wing. I think that we are going to get really quick and efficient building these guys up because we're going to be building so many of them here. But be careful, and watch out because make sure you're getting the right angle here because we are probably mirroring in some way. Which is why they have us doing them each individually versus saying make 2 of these. So there's got to be something different. So we'll need to take special care that we are paying close attention. So that when it's all done, it's going to look super fabulous. Now this time, let's not forget this 3 flat because he tried to trick us last time. Let's spin it. So it's the same as the book and I don't make some sort of silly mistake. And I'm pretty sure my niche is to make silly mistakes. Okay. I'm going to put this one in first because it helps guide where that goes, and it's that really tight little Okay, he does hang out one past. Why was I thinking he didn't? Okay. Okay. Put that down for a second and see if we can make sure we do this correct. Looks like that goes there. I love this blue color. It's a really nice, pretty blue. Okay, we're going to start putting in these lovely angles. I always used to avoid when I was building on my own using these angled pieces because it was just frustrating because I could never quite get them to work right for me. And then I would say over the past 2 years, the more sets that I've built, the more like I was using so many of these pieces to help with just making really exquisite foundations for buildings or structures. I want to make sure I put all that in. For some reason, after talking, thought I missed something, but I think I'm good. And I really became inspired about, used to be you only saw them in ships like this or something. They started using them in so many different ways, and there was just more and more coming out that it's like, okay, these pieces have a lot of purpose to them. So that was very exciting. And I have started to appreciate them a whole lot more than I ever did before. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Make sure that we're doing this right. Let's see, this goes like this. I want to make sure that we've got it right. We have an extra piece, which I think is okay to have left over. But before we start on the next bag, I will double check that this little one square didn't get missed anywhere. Okay, so I'll check and then on to bag 18. I'm really excited to build up this next section again because it was that unbelievable curve that happened around it. That is a technique that I don't think I'm going to get tired of anytime soon. Just want to make sure that we're taking the time to do it correctly. Okay, I have it like this. For some reason, something's throwing me off a little bit. Yep, that's correct. Okay. Needs to go this way. Make sure that your hinges are folding the correct way. That is going to be crucial to when it comes to opening it up. Opening it around this thing. This way, I believe. Oh, okay. Kind of have to really make them snap on there, don't you? Just keeps getting longer and longer. All right. Let's see, we need another hinge. It'll go open that way. Oh, that fits right in there. Another short one because we need it to overhang only by 4 open studs. Okay, this thing has gotten very long. All right. We're going to go back and cover it up. Wait, I need a longer one. Okay, I'm just double checking that we did. Okay, so this is off a little bit. Let me double check. I knew how easy it was going to be. This little guy's got to come off because I put a 6 in here, a 6 long tile, and don't know where. I needed an 8 there. Then this little square goes in, and then that 6 goes there. Okay. So we kind of remember this one goes up here. And then wrap, 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 and this one goes down here by this pretty blue. And we have it in. And we're going to start covering this top up, and only we will know that all those pretty colors are underneath of it, right? I need one of those little bitty tight pieces. We can't forget those little outer pieces like I did last time, because they look super cool when they're in. I was just really envisioning that it was going to be very tedious to do these. So pretty actually excited that they look really good, but it's not taking a horribly long, tedious time to do it. So this is where I missed it before. Oh my goodness, what have I done? I have done something, haven't I? Okay. I thought I was doing so well. We're gonna have to take off. I hope if you are doing this with me, you didn't do something silly like I did. We have to get another one of these little square 1x1 tiles in there. Because okay, I think I've done it correctly now, and if we line these up, now it's still off. What in the world have I done? Okay, I have obviously put in the wrong something somewhere, and I'm not entirely sure what I've done. So I'm going to take a break, figure out what in the world I've done, and then I'll come back and tell you how to fix it if you followed my not so good instructions. Okay, this is actually really funny. I didn't do anything wrong. I did fix it. I had it wrong the first time. I did fix it back, but when I tried to put this on, I think I had it flipped or something and it was doing something. I don't know what I was doing. It is correct. It does fit. I don't know why I thought it didn't. I panicked, completely panicked. It wasn't rational. We are good. That is correct. And we can move on. I can't figure out why I get rattled so easily when something goes off a little bit. I just completely panic. And then I think it goes over that one. Make sure I'm doing that right. And then I'll start making more mistakes that I normally wouldn't have made just because I'm panicking. Do need a little 3 flat to go down there. Okay. Kind of hard to hold this thing, but it doesn't do as well if you lay it down flat. Where does this, okay, this is where we need to put another one, and they're having us put it here. And then put that down there. Oops. Thought I just flung it off, but I didn't. Okay. We get to make our little, I don't know what this is. Are these the guns? I'm assuming that these are the guns. Wait a minute. We have to put in this little piece. And then this goes into there. And this is the part that my fingers feel really fat. I know I don't have big fingers, but sometimes, why are you so huge? Okay. We need to make our little gun here. Wait. It's the top part that goes in. It kind of goes sideways at an angle. Here's my oversized fingers. This is where a younger person's fingers would maybe do better. Okay, now we are going to pull our ginormous ship over here and pop it in carefully, fold it in, pop our piece in right there. Okay, only a few slight bobbles. There we go. We're on to bag 19, can you believe it? And we're gonna do the top wings, and we're most definitely gonna have to reposition this camera. Only 4 more bags to go. Can you believe it? So I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be built up pretty much exactly the same. I mean, I haven't looked through every single page, so I can't say 100% for sure, but I'm assuming that we're doing the exact same thing for the top here. And making sure we get our bigger angle. So we'll build this up just like we have the other two. Had a couple little bobbles there, but overall it went pretty well. Okay, so we're back on to probably our favorite part of the wings. Building up this awesome outer edge. You'd think after the third time I would have had that down, but there was a couple things that kind of stumped me a bit. Okay, now let's make sure that we do this right, because the last time there was a couple little small disasters that we had to fix. Now the top parts we can attach these, so we're going to make sure we don't repeat the same mistake. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a hinge. Here we go. I'm gonna open this way. Remember, everything's kind of going inward towards itself. Okay. It is always so exciting to near the end of a build, especially if it's been a longer one like this one. You really do feel very accomplished with yourself. And it definitely has been a good one. Lots of exciting little bits and pieces going on everywhere. All right, let's see here. We need, that's just a 6 there, remember. Okay, now this is the part we are going to do right. We need a 3 long tile, then our 1 square, an 8, I believe, and then our 4, there's the 8 tile and then the 4, and then another 8, and then a 1, but I'm going to double check this to make sure that that's the correct line, and it is. We are good, and then the 6 goes there. Okay, yay, yay. Okay. Now we're going to have us put it on here. So we're going to hook it in there, and of course it would help if it actually hooked in, but I must not have popped it in. Okay, now it's on. All right, let's start filling this puppy in. You know, something's kind of funny with him. Uh-oh. Okay. That's funny. He's the little round part of the hinges has actually gotten on top of this black piece, and I'm gonna need to pop it off because you don't want it on top, or you don't want it underneath. You want it on top. Those round pieces, see those? They need to be resting on the top, not tucked up underneath the bottom. It should be smoother, because I was like, this isn't feeling very right. but I'm glad we caught that mistake. Wait a minute. You need that deeper angle there to go in there. No matter how many times you make it, you're probably gonna find a new way to tweak something just a bit off. So, good experience for us because we can always be learning something new. Okay. There's something about the gray and the black, isn't there? That really makes a statement. Why do I feel like, oh no. I'm like, why do I feel like this piece is supposed to go in? But it goes underneath, doesn't it? Okay. So we have all that in, and then we're going to do this little thing up here. Can't forget these guys. These guys that seem to be the ones that cause the most problems, one way or the other. Okay. Put this little topper up here, and then we'll do our flip over. Right. Yeah, this part goes right there. That's where I was remembering it needing to go. Because for a second I thought we were supposed to put it on top, and I kind of panicked, but not so much. All right, 2 more bags, and we might, well. Why does that feel a little off? I think it is, which is kind of odd because, okay, can you believe it? This is funny to me because this piece should overlap it to 2, but it's not, and I'm trying to desperately figure out what in the world is kind of off here. So let me see if I can figure this guy out. Wow, I must be getting tired. There's nothing wrong. I wanted to put this on top of this. He's supposed to go right here beside it. Yep. I think I'm getting a little punchy. You know, the thing is that it is very much okay to make mistakes. And that's really something important to remember because I think we are so hard on ourselves in general. And when we are, it can tend to hurt our self-esteem. Come on. And cause a few problems for us. So it's good to remember. What have I done? It goes this way. No. See, I made another mistake. The best thing about mistakes is the ability to learn. But another very, very important aspect. Oh my. I'm just botching the job here. It's hard. Okay, let me see if I can push it down on it and maybe it'll help it a little bit. It's not as good of a view, but I'm struggling here. There we go. Okay. The other very important thing is to be able to laugh. Laugh when we make a mistake. And it is okay to do so. All right, I'm going to bring this guy in. And I'm going to flip him around because it's the wrong side. We were going to have a very funny looking fighter. Okay, we're gonna hook it on here. Oh, push him in and rotate him in. Okay, so he's on there, and then we're gonna put this little guy in here that we always kind of like to do. Now, okay, we're gonna make a little, oops, my guy's falling off here. We're gonna make a little something that's gonna go, I think, somewhere in here. Because we have a lot of extra little pieces that we haven't had before. If we can learn from our mistakes, if we can laugh at our mistakes when we have to, you know, when it's something that's appropriate to laugh at, I suppose. We can give ourselves a little bit of compassion and grace, then I think that it makes for a much better situation in our life. Okay, I think it goes like that. Turn it around here. I don't know what this is. Not a clue. Put it in the middle there. I don't know what we're doing, but it's fun. Okay, so we built this up, and we're gonna, okay. Do you see in that hole, there's, whoa, you're in the way. Okay, see in that hole? Right there? There's a little, the smooth part goes in. A little hole that we can push this little red rod into. We're really gonna have to do this blind though. Oh my goodness. It's wanting to pop off. Okay. This is an adventure. This is, where are you? Oh, I found it. I found it. That is really, we're being blind there. Look at that. That's really super cool. Okay. Now it says we are not done. Where in the world is it having us put some pieces here? It's having us put them here. Okay, they want us to put this on here, and there, and then these two on those outer pieces. But we're not done yet. Let's keep at it on this area. Well, this is kind of exciting because I wasn't expecting another part to go here. Look at this little wheel hub. Wow. Okay, so we got to add a little bonus work there. Okay, last two backs. We're going to do the other side, and this guy is going to be ready to take off into space. It was kind of fun them adding in that other little thing on the outside because I'm not dare going to use the word boring, but it was getting a little bit familiar. That's the word we'll use, familiar. Flip it over, put another one here. I feel like my overconfidence is my weakness because I am making a few mistakes that I don't believe that I should make. And I think it's because I think I know what I'm doing. And in reality, I still need to be paying a lot of attention. That. But this bag seems to go typically a little bit smoother. It's the next bag that I tend, there you are, hiding, to make the most mistakes in. So let's pay attention, shall we? Okay. I think it's so far so good, but I don't want to get too confident here. let's see if we can make this one with no or minimal mistakes. Wouldn't that be fun? My goal with building is to become more efficient so that I can do a better job with building and make a few less mistakes. But now that I've said it, I can literally feel my hands shaking because now I'm so nervous because so far I don't think I've made a mistake. And so now I've set myself up to do a big one. So we're gonna just see, oops, how this works. Another one of those in there. Okay. I'm going to have to start figuring out where in the world I'm going to put this guy. Let's move his pieces this way. Because the place that I'm going to put him eventually is being taken up by my son's vinegar at the moment. He can't quite take it yet as he's transitioning his life right now. So I get the pleasure of keeping it. But now my tie has nowhere to go, so we're going to have to deal with this, aren't we? Oops, I'm going to put this on and then put his other thing on the outside. Did I get everybody in there? Yeah. All right. If this lines up and there's 4 open studs between these things that I'm working towards, and I will have accomplished a bag with no mistakes. Oh, that's funny. I waited till the very last step to make the mistake. I love it. Remember, bring it in one. Okay. This is where you laugh it off. All right, that's done, and we are going to open up our very last bag. Well, it's been a journey, and I'm excited that we've made it so close to the end of this journey together. Sure has been a lot of fun building this guy up. It's my first real Ultimate Collector's Edition, so it's been a really exciting adventure for me. And probably rather amusing for you. With all my little bumbles and mistakes that I like to do, but we get there in the end, and that's what's important. Building my favorite part, which is kind of funny that this ends up being my favorite part of the whole build, but it sure is. It's really masterfully designed, and that's something that I really get excited about. Let's see, I think it's an 8 that goes here. It's just kind of reaching right off the screen, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, feels like it's going together, right? Which is a good thing. Okay, now we're going to see if we can do this correctly. This part's the part that always seems to bobble me up. Oops. Okay. Now we're going to double check our work. Does that line up? Does that line up? Okay. Now we need our 6. Okay. All right, we're gonna lay it down here and push it in, making sure that it lays on top of this, not underneath of it. Okay. Fabulous, fabulous. I'm gonna actually see if I can push him down on top of here. We need that wider angle back up in here. I still feel like the table just doesn't give me as much as I need of being able to push it down. Maybe because I can't push on the bottom and the top at the same time. Okay. That funny little tight angle. Oh, don't roll away. I've got a whole bunch of pieces that are just like, want their freedom and they're not going to get it. Because I'm excited to take this down and show the family tonight. So they're just going to have to get used to being on display. Okay. Let me see here. Got a few more pieces needed, and then we'll have all of those colors covered up. Because the Empire works in grays and blacks. Oh, there are little pieces in here. Which is an interesting question. Why do they work in grays and blacks? Maybe it looks better in space. Okay, we need this piece here. Alright, now let's not make the same mistake we made last time, where we got ourselves completely confused with these long pieces. Remember, this one goes beside it, not on top of it. Okay. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna take this little piece and put him on here. Nope. Gotta turn that the right way or it's gonna mess it up like that. And it goes down here. And let me guess. Yep. We're gonna build up our little things. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do the gun too. Oh, no, wrong piece. All right. I'm going to leave it down here. That's kind of far away because he is just tricky no matter where you put him to put it in. You know what? We need to put this guy in. He helps stabilize. Forgot that little guy. Oh, he goes up here. Wow. I'm trying to put him down the hole. Yep, definitely tried to do something crazy on the last one. Okay. So we have those in, and yep, okay. I'm going to pull these pieces to the side. We're going to need them in a minute. I'm going to pull our tie closer here. Okay. Snap him in. Don't break anything here at the last. Okay. So, put that in there. And then we're going to work right here again, but we're going to make that fun little thing that we made. That goes up right in between the shovels that we love so much. Oh, spin that around. Those studs have to come on the outside. Silly me. Okay, turn it around and do that. Oops. Okay. All right, and we have it in there, and remember where we have to put it. Which side faces out? The smooth side faces out. Okay. And we're gonna have to just, oh, that one went in really smoothly. Wow. Okay. Now, I'll put this into here. Make sure you're not pushing on something that's could pop off or break, because, oh, that's bringing you in. Oh, like that. Don't do that. Stay in there. Okay. That looks good. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So excited. Okay. I think that was the last piece. Yes! It's done. It's gorgeous. Let me zoom out. Well, I'm absolutely impressed with how amazing this Ultimate Collector's Edition of the TIE Interceptor is. He's a little, I mean, he can kind of jiggle just like he's in space flying around, but he's on there securely, and I think he's just amazing. Thanks so much for sticking around. I had a lot of fun building, and I'm excited to get back to you soon with another awesome build. You have a really good day.